Hello, this is Lwasa, Associate Professor in the Department of Geography, Geoinformatics and Climatic Sciences at Makerere University. Also, Advisory Board Member for the Global Assessment Report produced by the UNISDR or UNDRR. I'm here to share with you one of the key messages from the GAR 2019, which states that economic losses and debts hide fragilities and setbacks in many countries. And this is despite the significant progress made towards decreasing disaster losses over the last 2 decades. Inequalities still persist, and more than 700 million people remain trapped in poverty, below the poverty line, making them vulnerable and exposed to the impacts of disaster events. For example, after a prolonged decline, the number of undernourished people rose from 777 million in 2015 to about 815 million in 2016, mainly due to droughts, conflicts, and disasters that are linked to climate change. I just want to expound this key message with a few illustrations that explain the fragilities and underlying vulnerabilities across the globe. And the first presentation you see there is part of the IPCC report on the 1.5 degree impact, and that report just shows how global warming has increased over a period between 2006 to 2010, and it is all over the world from the models there, and it is increasing more frequent extreme weather events, including drought, affecting biodiversity, livelihoods, farming, and even infrastructure and societies across the globe. The other illustration I want to share with you is one which it shows that these impacts are spread across the globe, and they are all over the place with undernourishment, grazing agricultural systems, water availability observed in many places, and these challenges which kind of reveal the underlying vulnerabilities in the different regions of the world. The most recent report by the World Economic Forum 2020 on global risks also shows and illustrates these different fragilities and the risks that are being experienced and those that are likely to increase. And you can see from that illustration that issues to do with water crisis, large-scale involuntary migration, failed critical infrastructure, failed spatial planning, are all happening now and are likely to increase. Whereas in the next, there is an interaction between different risks and disasters. And the key thing here is to show that if there is inaction about climate change, then it is likely to accentuate or be even accentuated by many other risks and processes going on around societal structure systems, economic systems, global infrastructure that will have knock-on effects on different livelihoods. So more people are actually being driven out of their farms, and we are also increasingly seeing more environmental refugees from different parts of the world. And this is explained by climate-induced risks and driven by the vulnerabilities underlying those particular risks. I just want to end with a few pictures that illustrate some of the points I have said about vulnerability. So societies, many people across the globe are actually very vulnerable. Their socioeconomic and livelihood systems are very vulnerable. Biodiversity is quite vulnerable and affected by climate change, as well as water, which is very important not only for human use but also agriculture, industry, and other uses, including energy, are quite vulnerable. So it's these vulnerabilities that actually explain the fragilities within the systems that we are seeing across the globe, where economic loss and damage may obscure these different challenges that are experienced, and therefore the key message shows that we should go underneath just the numbers on loss and damage. Thank you very much.